We're rolling, Rob. What are you doing with your hands?
I don't know what to do with them. I'm just gonna set them down like this. This is weird. Just they just keep coming back up. I'm just gonna hold them like this the whole episode.
Okay.
Okay. Nah, I'm just joking. Hey, welcome to Couch on Fire podcast.
Complete with gimmick opening.
Oh yeah. What? All right. Here's a challenge. Anybody that's listening to this right now, I will pay you $5,000 right now to come up with a nice theme. I'm joking. I have no $5,000, but I would
I was
love.
gonna say I'm not participating in that at all.
I was like, I got like, hold on. I got 54, 86 cents. I can contribute to that.
Yep.
No, I really, 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 really think we should have like just some kind of intro. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. So Alex.
E3.
Yes, the day has
E3.
come. Right before. All right, so E3 is going on. In case people that don't know what E3 is, Alex, would you like to explain to them what E3 is?
I can't remember the third E. Something Electronics Expo.
Yeah, basically, it's just it's all about honestly.
Electronic Entertainment Expo. Duh. Jesus Christ.
To
It's
sum
the
it up,
biggest video game conference on the planet.
yes, I mean to sum it up in a nutshell, everything that you know about video games, internet, social media is all right there right now.
Yep.
That's what's going on. Now, before we dive into what I've been watching about E3, I wanted to talk to Alex, and maybe you guys will answer me too. I have no idea if you would love to comment on this. Um, I think it's so crazy that 10 years ago, all of us nerds were playing video games, and parents and everybody was just like, stop playing video games, stop doing this, get outside, do this. And now, video games, people make money off video games. There's people that are like surviving off video games. They have a house, they have a car, they have a wife, all because they stream themselves playing video games.
And they're making more money than I am.
And it's crazy how that's so nuts to me. Like, and it's like, you want to do it, but it's like, oh, it's oversaturated. I don't want to do it. But yet people are still starting up right now.
Yeah,
And
why worry about oversaturation? I don't understand. Either you're good and you have the chance of succeeding, or you're not and you don't. Give it a try. You might like it. You might not. Just see if it works for you.
yeah, I mean, it goes back to a couple episodes when we were talking about YouTube. We were talking about how creators on YouTube and things like that, like that's over. You think that's oversaturated? I mean, there's so many people in this world. It's not just United States, guys. I mean, Brazil does gaming. I mean, there's Europe,
And
Canada,
Portuguese.
Japan. Yeah, there's so many like countries that are involved with gaming or making videos and things like that, that if you think it's oversaturated, it's really not. And honestly, the people that think it's oversaturated are the people that fall out of it, and then you can go forward.
Yeah,
They're
seriously.
back up. So I don't.
And don't get me wrong, it's a crowded space right now, but like that doesn't mean anything. That just the higher there's a higher bar for taking off, as it were, because it's now becoming a tried and true path at this point. Much like go to college, get the job, get the car, blah blah blah. Like that's a path.
Yeah.
So's the YouTube / Twitch streaming thing, and it's becoming a path thanks to Patreon and Twitch. I would say YouTube there, but they're ending their own dominance over that field actively as we speak.
They had their run. Let's just put it that way.
As they're where we host most of our content, I'm not going to give them too much shit.
Well, I mean, look at us. We're doing a podcast, and we're putting videos out on YouTube. We have stuff on Reddit. Eventually,
We're going to transition over to Twitch and Patreon specifically.
Yeah.
As
so
well as still continue to host on YouTube, a la Joe
Oh,
Rogan.
Absolutely. And well, because people, some people like to watch us. I mean, I don't know who, but some people do like to watch us. Um, but like, it's just crazy to me. So when did this start? Like this let's go back because you're playing video games, and okay, so I remember a long time ago hearing that there was tournaments of different gaming and things like that, and tournaments are fine. They've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been in tournaments. I used to play Gears of War, which is a Xbox exclusive, and I've been to tournaments there
I'm one of the
where I
weakest franchises in gaming. Yeah. No, I fucking said it.
fucking kill you.
Good luck.
See
With that
this tattoo?
shitty
See
climb
this
over the
tattoo?
goddamn wall chainsaw bullshit. It was trash.
Oh my
Fucking
gosh.
trash.
It's okay. You know what? You say what you want. We'll get to your soccer playing car thing later.
StarCraft was a better fighter.
Now, StarCraft, okay.
Was a better fighting game than
Star-
Gears of War.
StarCraft was groundbreaking, okay? I understand
Yes.
that.
It's also not a fighting game.
But it's groundbreaking. Anyway, so so obviously Twitch. So E3, they're talking about, there's a Twitch booth there. They're talking about how Twitch has come so long and how all these YouTubers are going to go on Twitch and how Twitch is going to be a bigger platform in 2019. That's one of the things they talked about at E3.
It's gonna be the biggest platform. They're projected to cross that threshold this year.
I mean, if anybody that doesn't know what Twitch is, you should definitely Google that shit because we're gonna be on it soon. And it's just honestly what you're doing, what you're viewing right now. You're viewing a video, you're listening to a podcast, but
But we'd be doing it live.
you'll be doing it live, exactly. So all the behind the scenes stuff that you don't hear unless you subscribe to our Patreon.
Which we don't
Um,
have yet.
Yes, but when you do, you get to hear all this cool behind the scenes stuff. But you would just hear it with Twitch, and it's cool. And I think it's awesome. If I had the computer set up, if I had I forget what it's called. It's a little box that you put to record stuff from your console to your computer. If I had that, I would probably just throw up some games on Twitch.
There's half your problem right there, Rob.
What's my problem?
You're fucking console player. Join
Listen,
the PC Master Race.
All right, so here's the debate here. Okay, so Alex is a PC guy. In case you haven't known him, he's just rubbing it in.
Always.
I'm a console guy. Now, before Alex played on PC, ask him what he used to do. Oh, he played on a console like everybody else in the fucking world.
Yeah. And then I fucking graduated. I got a job, and I had the money to afford a goddamn PC.
His balls drop.
You're goddamn right they did.
And then he
Look
starts
at all this man carpet.
Well, see, like that's the thing. Like, I don't mind. So, the first PC game, well, not the first, but one of my favorite PC games was Far Cry, which I like Far Cry. Far Cry was a good first person shooter game, and it was fun for me, but it didn't really draw me in. I liked the controller. I like being able to view it on a big TV, and at the time, I didn't have big, monitors to play like all these cool things. I'm sure if I had a nice setup, I'd be all about the PC game, PC world, but I don't. I
So
don't have a nice setup.
the Steam controller.
Yeah, I heard about this controller.
Yeah.
So,
Hashtag not spawn.
so here's the thought. So Alex told me something, not on the podcast, and I wanted him to bring it up because I thought it was fun. That he's actually creating his own game.
Here we go. Okay.
Hold on. But before you open this book, I wanted to say, it's pretty awesome, but it's very the what is the word the taking of like how, I mean, creating your own game is not easy. People go to college for just a portion of a game. Just there's if you go to if you say Gears of War, okay, there's probably 17 people that work on Gears of War. One person's just working on part A to part D.
They had a much bigger staff than that.
Yeah, so just imagine that. So Alex is trying to undertake like a whole game from start to finish and try to make it nice. So Alex, why don't you tell us about this game that's you're doing?
Okay, so I don't know that I'm going to end up doing the art or the code myself, but I'm
Okay.
definitely developing the thing right now and trying to get as much metacode knocked out as possible so I can hand it to a coder who uh, is not me, because I'm trash at coding and I hate debugging more than anything on this planet. That said, yeah, I guess I'm building a I don't know. It's like kind of a 4X game, like Civilization, except it's not stationary or turn based. Uh, it
Okay.
um,
Examples for the world out there that don't know. Like,
uh,
what are you trying?
for 4X,
Yeah.
Civ is Civilization. Sid Meier's Civilization is the headliner of the 4X genre. Um,
Okay.
but this isn't that. It draws a lot from it, with the resources crafting, check trees, the whole works there. Uh, but a much more fundamental activity is, I'm going to say, a procedurally generated Final Fantasy Tactics.
Okay.
However, that's still not the complete picture. Um, so, how do I put this? So you can engage in nation building as kind of not a political buzzword, but rather as a gameplay mechanic and feature. But that's not the core driver. You are effectively piloting a caravan that is set about in this randomly generated world, and you can explore it and basically do what you want in it. You will find dungeons to crawl, as like a traditional dungeon crawler. You will find armies to fight, like a typical Final Fantasy Tactics combat scenario. You can manage up to 3 caravans of 20 characters pop, each of which will have their own narrative, depending on a bunch of factors, and it's as much RNG as possible. So I'm building this thing because I want to play it. And I want to play it, which means I can't ruin the magic for myself. Like, I can't craft this linear narrative structure that I know what happens. I know what the twist is. I can't do that. So I'm trying to build as much RNG into the system as possible. Even the characters are procedurally generated. And I've actually run some of the numbers. I think it was something like it was 160 zeros at the end of the number.
Well, is it
Possible
is it,
options for characters.
so? Is it very story based, or
No.
is it very like you definitely have to engage or like interact with a lot of different scenarios? You have, you were saying that you're going to have battles with other people. Now,
Yes.
are these battles going to be? I'm just trying to figure it out because I'm not as intelligent as you,
So
so
I,
you have to
in that
dumb.
regard, in that regard, so think Terraria or Minecraft,
Okay.
where
Well,
it's
that's
kind of
not.
like handle it however you want. You'll figure it out or you won't.
So it's an open world kind of thing.
Yeah, hugely
And
sandbox.
okay.
Everything's again everything's designed to be pseudo random, or as random as computers can be, plus or minus some systems filtering some of the bad random out.
Okay. Okay. I'm getting it. I definitely think it has potential. I'm more of a visual guy. I would have to see some stuff.
I'm not gonna have any mock-ups for a
Oh yeah,
while
yeah, that's
yet.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. That is fine.
Uh,
Um,
Graphically speaking, the overworld is a hex grid,
mhm.
and that'll be rendered with pretty textures. Think Final Fantasy Tactics,
Yeah.
and the characters themselves will be sprites, a lot like Final Fantasy Tactics. This idea was initially just how do I build a procedurally generated Final Fantasy Tactics so I get different maps and a different world every time I play it. and it kind of spiraled out from there. Uh, I can I mean I've built it up to the point where I can start describing core mechanic paths to succeed in the game. So you can be like this Ubermensch warlord and just try to raise everything before you to the ground. You can be mega pacifist and just talk to every single person you meet. You can go city building and act like you're playing Civ. You can go and effectively have a trade simulator where you're running between like 4 or 5 different towns, picking up stuff and dropping stuff off at each one, trying to turn a quick profit. And you'll succeed that way. Like, there are a bunch of ways to create forward progression in the game.
Okay. Do you have ambitions for this game? Is this one of those things where you just want to play it, or, speaking of E3, do you ever think that, like, eventually, do you want this game to be a big time game? Do you want it to be at E3? Do you want it to be on consoles? Do you want it to be on what platforms do you want it to be on? Or is it just, like I said, is it just like a personal?
So when I say I want to play this game,
yeah,
I'm gonna play this game, but there's gonna be a release as well. I'm building up the game design doc right now, pulling from Google Sheets documents and Google Slides documents, and a mind map courtesy of MindMeister, I think, also not Spawn. But as of a few days ago, I've got a rudimentary release schedule set up to the order in which I want things released. First and foremost, my primary concerns are the mobile game, the mobile markets, and PC Steam.
Yeah.
After that is Linux Steam, because I don't care about Mac. Who plays games on a Mac? I'm gonna eventually port it over to Mac, but I just don't. It's not my priority,
well, Do you ever think, because like one of the biggest things right now one of the biggest things happening right now is mobile. All about the mobile. I mean, I don't know if you played Fortnite. I don't know if you heard about Fortnite. That is a PC game. It's also a platform-based game, but it's one of those things where now it's on the mobile and everyone loves it. So do you ever think about maybe your game being possibly mobile on the mobile devices?
That was actually the first thing I said. So yes.
Oh,
Android and iOS are my first 2 priorities for release. They will receive the alphas first.
I need to listen more. I'm sorry. I was sitting there teasing. Holy moly. Okay. Okay, that's cool though. I mean, I'm excited for you because I know, like I said before in many episodes, I love entrepreneurship, and this is technically an entrepreneurship. So yeah. I love that. You're doing it. It's a cool hobby, and it could become something bigger. Just like your fiance making those knit things. I don't know what you would call them.
Crochet.
There we go. She's doing that, and she's selling it, and she has her own. She's selling on Etsy, right?
No, she's getting away from Etsy because they charge too much off the top.
Okay, yeah. Well, she's just selling it. Period. I mean, maybe she could sell on eBay. That's a good place to sell too. But no, I love that. So that's great that you're doing that, and I'm excited for you. Like I said before, I'm the type of person that's more visual. I need to see things. I'm hearing about it. I like the open world concept.
So yeah, basically take Civ, Terraria, and Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
Mix them up, punch their babies, and breed them in a eugenics program. Eventually, you'll come out with an Ubermensch.
And then you'll come out.
Which is a really dark joke, I'll add. My apologies to any parties who get pissy about that. It's understandable that you would be pissy about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
But yeah, I'm building basically.
That's awesome.
An open world random game, kind of.
Well, speaking okay. With that said, I know people are going to want to know what we were talking about earlier. Alex plays a game called Rocket League.
Oh, here we go.
Um, you know, I let you talk about your game that you're making. You know, I let you have your moment, but now I'm going to shut you down because Rocket League is a stupid game. I enjoy. See, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, I like I like shooter games. I like third person shooter, first person shooter. I will say this. I am playing God of War right now on the PS4, and I don't know why you're laughing, but it's a good fucking game. I'm just saying, but it's a third person view. I mean, third person view. It's great. But anyway, so Rocket League, I've watched Alex play Rocket League, and it's fun. And I feel like it's one of those things where if I was back in high school, I would love this game. But I'm not in high school. I'm in my 30s, and I don't know why this game is entertaining to you. So please tell me.
Because it's soccer with fucking rocket cars.
It's
What's
crazy.
not entertaining about that?
It's funny too because, well, you attacked my Gears of War, so how dare
Yes,
you?
validly. Excuse you.
No.
Third person shooter. No.
Like, there's, I can't even get into this argument right now. It's just one of those things where, so I'm watching E3. All they talk about are story-based games, first-person shooters, third-person shooters. They got open world games. These are all cool games. They don't really talk about games like Rocket League. Now, with that said, they're having a tournament right now at E3, a Rocket League. I think is it a Rocket League tournament? I don't know. It might be.
There's a couple tourneys going on right now at E3.
Yeah, I know. I know something's going on. So, I don't want you to think that I hate the game. It might sound like I hate the game, but I don't hate the game. It's one of those things where I've never played the game. Like, you know, I'd probably enjoy it if I did.
Yeah,
Have you ever,
you're on PS4. Definitely pick it up.
they have it. I've seen it
Yeah.
at stores. I didn't know if I could like play with you though. That's the problem.
The party system cross console is incoming. It's actually really funny because Sony are the ones holding out. Nintendo and Microsoft are both like, Sony, what the fuck are you doing? Like, just everybody regulates their communities. Like, just let it go.
Yeah.
Join us. Minecraft is having the exact same problem right now as Rocket League, and both of them are being held up for true across all platforms. Literally world first cross-platform play. Sony's the one holding it up.
It just why though? Like, why is there something going on? Like, I don't understand. Like,
The reasoning that they give is that they can't control what gets said on Xbox Live or the Nintendo chat or the PC chat for that matter. So they're trying to protect the kids on their platform. And Nintendo looked at them in the face and said, "What the fuck did you just say? Who do you think you're fucking talking to?"
like,
I'm Nintendo. Get out of here with that bullshit. If we're letting Xbox and PC talk to our people,
yeah,
you can. How dare you?
that's what you know. It's just
And there hasn't been a response since. We're literally waiting on a Sony rep right now for a software switch to get flipped and everything goes live for Minecraft and Rocket League. Both of them are waiting on it.
Well, how about this? How about this? Okay, if that happens, I will get Rocket League and play.
No, please, by all means, we'd love that.
Now, if I do that, I want you to play Gears of War with me.
Absolutely not.
Why?
No, because it's trash. It's trash.
How is this trash?
It's
Like,
okay. So with sports games, there's strategy, there's tactics. There's a lot of dumb fuckery abound, absolutely, but it's still a sport. You know, there's a strategy to it. Gears of War is button mashing blood orgy. Hard
Blood
pass.
orgy?
I don't need that in my life.
See, so you know why?
And it's a third person shooter.
You know why Gears of War is successful? You know why Call of Duty is successful? You know why?
Because people are fucking retarded.
I agree. I'm retarded. I agree 100%. I feel like in my mind, I'm just a simple-minded man. I want to pick up something where I don't actually have to strategize, and I can just be like, you know what? I just want to kill. I just want to chainsaw someone in half. That's all I want to do. You know, like, and that's why it intrigues to me, because I'm that oafy guy. It's like, I just want to change someone in half. So that's why I love that. Now, there's got to be that in you at one point in time in your life. You have to be like, you know what? I just want to shoot somebody in the face. You've had to like want to.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. But every single time I've ever needed that, I opt for a strategy or a tactics-based scenario. There's a lot of tactics to be had in Gears of War. Don't get me twisted there. It's a very different kind of tactics, and there's a lot of button mashy. It's super. You know what? I'll give Gears of War this credit. It is the hybrid, the best hybrid one can have. In fact, between the fighting genre and the shooter genre, I will give all that credit to Gears of War. It is absolutely not to my taste, however. I will play a fighting game. I will play shooting games. I'm okay with that. I can't Gears of War specifically. Like, I don't need to watch a John Carpenter film without watching a John Carpenter film. I'd much rather just watch the John Carpenter film. You know?
Okay. I'll accept that. It's one of those things where, you know, that's just. I know not everyone loves.
Oh yeah, that's a taste thing. And let me not talk too much shit there.
Real quick, because I know our time's running out, and I wanted to bring this up.
What you got?
Watching E3, I just want to prepare everyone. I'm gonna put an article up, probably the day of this podcast when it goes live, or the next day. PlayStation 5 versus the new Xbox. It's happening. 2019, there's going to be new consoles, and my whole argument is, are they coming out too damn fast? These are not cell phones. I feel like they're just coming out too fast. Like Xbox One came out with Xbox One X, Xbox One Slim, Xbox this, blah, blah. It's like, remember when it was just Xbox? It was PlayStation came out. I know you're not a console guy, but PlayStation came out, and then 10 years later, PlayStation 2 came out. Then 10 years later, PlayStation 3 came out. So then 9 years later, PlayStation 4 came out. But now it hasn't been 9 years. It's been like 6, and they're already starting to talk about PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that's just...
Because their numbers are flagging.
Why? Because of PC? You think it's because of PC? I think it's because of PC. I feel like consoles...
That's a part of it. I'm going to take a lot of credit on that one. That's a serious part of it. But people are just tired of the console war idea. They're tired of dealing with the division. It's like, no, I want to play with those friends who prefer the Xbox, and I want to play with those friends who prefer a mouse and keyboard. I want to be able to play with these people. We're all just sick of the bullshit because it's a marketing campaign to divide and conquer and create a really engaged and triggered fucking set of fan bases who will devour any slop that gets put in front of them. And everybody's starting to see through it. It's like, no, we just chill. Like, we're good. Please. The Switch was cool. That was innovative. Like, let's see some innovation.
Everyone knocks Nintendo from doing, like, you know,
I don't get it.
The Wii U and stuff. Like, the
Wii U was bad. Okay, and there's a lot of reasons the Wii U was bad, and it was largely Nintendo's not supporting of it.
So was GameCube. I'm sorry, I wasn't a big fan of GameCube.
Because they were trying to compete in a marketplace that wasn't designed for them.
Yeah, but Nintendo. If you look at Nintendo, they're innovating. They're doing things. GameCube, Wii U. Wii U might have sucked, but they still try to do something. Wii U,
and they learned a valuable lesson about what kind of touchscreens to use.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they Wii U laid the groundwork for the
Switch. Yeah, 100%.
And I think I don't own a Switch. I want one, but I
Oh,
don't
it's
own one.
so badass, dog.
I think the possibilities now. PlayStation kind of touched on this a long time ago because they had the PSP, and there was a time where you can play a game on your PlayStation, then grab your PSP, and it picks up the game to your PSP, and you can
Wasn't
go
that
to
the
the back.
Vita?
Yes, it was like
Okay.
the Vita or something like that.
Yeah.
They tried it, but it just wouldn't. Like PlayStation's graphics are too damn strong for you to play on like something that little, and they just didn't do it right. And I think the Switch is amazing. I think the possibilities of it. As soon as is online play available yet? Because as soon as that happens, then it's gonna fucking go crazy. Like, can I play against someone online?
I think online play is available. I
I
haven't
know
been
that.
paying any attention to it. Like I play Mario Kart.
Well,
Oh
they
yeah,
have
you know what? I play Mario Kart online all the time. Yeah.
okay. Well, they have an open world Pokemon game coming out for the Switch.
Okay, go. Excuse me. Let's go Pikachu. Let's go Eevee. We are gonna be an
Yes,
Eevee household because we're tired of Pikachu's bullshit.
I'm a Raichu guy, so I have to go through Pikachu to get the Raichu. So I like Raichu.
Rock and
No one
roll.
likes Raichu. I like Raichu.
It's like one of the competitively weakest Pokemon possible.
I don't give a fuck. He looks amazing.
He is
But
pretty
yeah,
dopely designed. Don't get that
so
twisted.
so
Especially the
E3
Alolan one.
so E3 they announced so many cool games out there. Obviously Xbox Xbox and PlayStation led or leading the way of all these cool games out there. They've talked about Nintendo and things like that, but in PC, but honestly the game culture is just more with those two consoles. They focus more on those two consoles. And I had this debate with someone that I worked with. Like Xbox is Xbox is like a fun console to play with people. PlayStation's like a gamer console. If you're just going off console, I know you're not a console guy, but PlayStation's graphics are 4K. They take 5 to 6 years to make their games. I mean, Gears of War 4 just came out like 3 years ago, and then they're just popping out another one. So it's just like, you know, Xbox just pops them out left and right. Now, with that said, if you go to PC, there's been some PC games that have took like 6, 7 years, and they're just outstanding. So I think, do you think in the long run, do you think PC is just gonna like they're gonna stop making games because these consoles can't
No.
hold like
No, I think
Xbox?
there's going to be a merger.
You think it's
We're
gonna be
we're going
merged?
to approach a gaming singularity, as it were, and it will be console as we know it now versus some descendant of the Switch. And the console as we know it now will hybridize perfectly with a PC. It will
Yeah.
be a PC with a much more intelligent interface. Uh,
Okay.
think think like Windows 10 tablet kind of deal,
Okay.
where it's that merger between app based and like .exe kind of format, that merger space right there. That's what Xbox is specifically heading towards. Uh, I think
I
I think the PlayStation's going to follow suit, but they're not going to succeed at it nearly as well because they don't have the Windows 10 background that Microsoft does.
Mhm.
We're going to see some descendant of the Switch, and we're going to see something totally fucking alien enter the scene.
Well, see, here's a thought. I overheard some blogger overheard something. And it's been on the internet. It was about probably about like 6 months ago that Alienware,
Yeah,
the gaming like PCs and stuff like that.
yeah,
There was a time where they were struggling and Xbox was going to buy them.
yeah.
Like
But they got bought
Microsoft,
out by
Mi-
Dell instead.
yeah. So Microsoft was going to buy them. So going along with what you're saying, so wouldn't that be crazy to get like the new Xbox like 540 or like 920 or something like that when it comes out, but it's also it's a computer. Like you basically just hook it up to there's like a VGA cord right to the back of it, or HDMI. No one uses VGAs anymore. There's an HDMI cord that hooks right up to a giant monitor, and it's basically a computer.
Yeah, yeah. In
So,
fact, specifically, that's
yeah.
what we're gonna see happen.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if we started seeing licensed Xboxes get sold by third parties, like an Alienware Xbox, the Dell Xbox, or things like that. Like we'll start to see third party licenses get issued for the manufacturer of the console itself within our lifetime.
I could see that. I definitely can, because I feel like eventually, like, they're just, people are going to stop buying them. So they're going to have to figure out something new to do. And that would be something that they would do. They would merge with somebody else, and this is what they would do. And it'd be innovating, and everyone would want it because it's a novelty. And there's like, oh my God, I got to get this. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I can totally see that happening. PlayStation, not so much. I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, the Xbox is the most likely candidate for that, especially on grounds of the fact that Microsoft just joined the Linux Foundation. So they're pushing that. They're trying to merge with like all the millions of distros of Linux available. They're trying to become one of them as Windows. So we're going to see that open source concept start to pop up in fruition in weird fucking places throughout Microsoft Corp. They just picked up GitHub, for example, like Microsoft did, and the Linux Foundation was like, yeah, thank you. Somebody got him. You guys don't suck. You're one of us. Yeah. So that's awesome. So we're gonna see a lot of weird stuff. We are at 36 minutes, sir. 36 minutes.
That's awesome. I kind of figured, because my wife has been texting me saying, "What the fuck?" So I know.
What the fuck is going
on? No, she's not saying what. She's just like, when you come out, you're changing the baby's diaper.
Oh, you better hurry up.
That's my life.
You better hurry up.
No, but yeah. What about you? Closing thoughts?
I'm gonna enjoy watching Korra with my family here in about 30 seconds.
Bam. All right, definitely. That's awesome.
I've got a couch date with the kiddo.
Real quick, I'm gonna do this for Alex. Definitely check out.
Yarn Over Easy.
Yarn Over Easy. That's what it is. Yarn Over Easy. I'll have to write that down.
It's on Facebook, it's on Insta, and it's on WordPress. Check them out.
Definitely check those out. It's supporting a local business. It's supporting someone that's that I care about, but I know Alex cares a little bit more than I do.
Clearly.
So, but yeah, definitely checking out, and eventually we will be on Twitch and Patreon. So, thank you for your support, everyone. I appreciate it.
Woo!